Hi everybody, welcome back. Sorry guys, I was having a little bit of Wi-Fi issues. Welcome everybody. Hi Sama, I did see your comment. I'm back with Ablavi covering 90 days because you know it's a crazy season, right Ablavi? This is like, it's really got me excited for what's to come because so far it's good. What do you think?
Listen, you already know what I text you because I was very confused.
Okay, which couple are we starting with? Because this is going to
Let's
be
start
good.
with the new ones.
Okay, so that woman who has the disabled son.
Yvette and Muhammad.
Yes. Or isn't it
This
Eve?
this
Is it Eve?
I thought it was
Yvette?
Yvette.
Is it
What did
Yvette?
I know?
Oh, maybe it's my mistake. But yeah, so she has a middle-aged woman, pretty lady. I like her. She has a disabled son. Beautiful to see that relationship, right? She's very confident in her position as a mom. She knows what she wants because she didn't stay with the child's father, right? She decided not to marry the baby daddy. So yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of her. We found out that mind you, I didn't catch where she met him. Did she go abroad and meet him? Like, oh yeah, she saw him somewhere.
He slid in the DM, she said.
Right, there you go. Yeah. She's one of those. Okay, he slid in her DM or she slid into his
something?
because.
Do people do that? Like, because I'm not on Instagram, but if somebody slides into your DMs, do you reply?
Person. Like, you're asking the wrong person. I don't know. I suppose if you're somebody who's posting your life on a regular basis and attractive pictures of yourself, your body, whatever, I'm assuming people comment. And remember, it all depends whether your page is private or open. A lot of people have open pages, so Tom, Dick and Hillary can look on your page, right? So in that sense, it's different for everybody. But no, you can slide. That's how a lot of people meet nowadays, Ablavi, sliding up in your DMs.
I know a
lot
of people.
You look cute or whatever. That's what people.
I know that, but maybe because I don't use it, it's just very odd to me. Like, I have a Snapchat because obviously I don't need everybody having my phone number. But even my Snapchat, like, unless I know you, I'm not adding you.
Yeah, well, this is what I mean. But, to each their own, right? Everybody's different how they hit on people. But yeah, a lot of people do meet through the DMs and stuff. But so, yeah, she saw him. She thought he was cute. His body was ripped. I mean, again, a lot of the time, it's lost, isn't it? It's not even about anything else. They see somebody, they like their body, vice versa, and that's what gets them together.
Let me read you my notes on this couple.
Yeah, I don't agree with the fact that
middle-aged Yvette needs to calm her middle-aged poom down with this young Muslim man who ain't doing nothing for her but breaking in her back semi. I don't think he got that strong one.
No, he doesn't. And furthermore, how are you going to tell me that you like this woman's pictures in a bikini, but then telling her not to wear a bikini? Like, these men, I can't. Okay, Arab men, if you want a European woman or a white woman that's not a Muslim, right? Yeah, you need to stop trying to convert this woman into your culture then, because at the end of the day, you like these women for them being open and loose and up for having sex and drinking with you on a night out. Have you noticed that a lot of these Muslim men take alcohol, even consume alcohol, should I say, even though they want a woman that's more traditional and, a woman that can be acceptable in the wider family, in their view, you know what I mean? So it's like, no, cut the BS. You either want to be with a westernized woman who is into whatever she's into, because these women were living their lives independently before you came along. But then all of a sudden, it's like, they have to change her. She has to change her wardrobe. What was that about? Like, I get it. The pum shorts. I mean, at your age, Yvette, why would you want to wear pum shorts? But to each their own.
I agree. What I mean? I agree with him in a little bit. And it's not because I don't think like you should not dress sexy for a man. What I agree with is she's dressing sexy like somebody who's 14 or 15. She really has that high school mentality. Meaning, I need all this attention. A lot of women
are. Remember, look, and I can relate. We feel a lot more comfortable as we age You don't
Right.
understand. A
But
lot of
there's
the time,
certain things you
you really
shouldn't wear.
become a woman 30 and above is when you really, embody yourself and who you are. This woman looks good for her age. She's
She
very
looks
pretty.
amazing, neck
Yeah,
down.
she's very pretty. Her hair and everything very well put
You didn't hear
together.
me.
But they want to, huh?
She looks amazing, neck down.
You sound like that. Leave her. She gives me, again, when you look at her, I don't know where she's from originally. Did she say where she's from, like ethnicity
I
wise?
want to bet she's Hispanic. I don't
No,
know.
I feel like I see a bit of Egyptian, I see a bit of Moroccan feel. Like that's why I think he liked her look, because she can pass for one of them. If she put on a hijab, she could pass for one of his, you know what I mean, women from where he's from. Was he Egyptian, by the way?
He was Egyptian.
Mohammed. Yeah.
I feel like she's not Egyptian because if she was,
here you go carrying the Prophet's name, alayhi salatu wasalam, and you're here trying to tell this woman what to do, but at the same time you're getting a hard on looking at her bikini pictures. So it's like, shut up and sit down, please. I'm done with these Arab men. The only Arab guy I've liked so far is Hamza. That's it. Yeah, Yazan can do one, and this one can do one as well.
Let's go back to that. I think
even Zaid with his big belly, he was actually all right because he wasn't trying to change her, was he? Really, he was good with Rebecca and her tattoos and everything.
I think she's Hispanic because if she is of the Arab world, even if she's not Muslim, she would know the culture a little bit better.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe she's Mediterranean. Yeah,
I think
Italy
she's Hispanic
or whatever. Yeah,
I think she's Hispanic.
Okay, we'll see. But yeah, she has a bit of something in her.
See, this is poor parenting again. I don't like these men you don't know in the house, and especially with her, because she has a child that depends on her.
She does have a child that depends on her. And on top of that, this man doesn't know or has any type of experience raising children. He's 25 years old. I believe he's using her, but she's so lovely and kind, the way she comes across, that she's just out here trying to raise her son, wanting to find love. But unfortunately, you don't always end up happily ever after. And I feel sorry for her, because I do think it's not going to end up well for her. He's going to use her like,
okay, let me be clear on the attire. I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman in her 40s wearing a bikini. I don't think there's anything wrong with feeling free in your body.
Yeah, no, 100%.
At a certain age, there's certain things that need to go, right? Like, girl, I love a fishnet, right? I love a fishnet onesie that you could see everything. But by the time I'm 30, like some of your trashy hookah wear, you might just keep that in the bedroom.
Yeah, I get what you're saying still. But it's to each their own. If she feels like how her friend said, that she's the most vivacious woman they know out there. She expresses herself with her clothes. Now he comes now. Tutus, he's telling her, don't wear this and don't wear that. To me, that's already controlling. And for these women to think that's okay, even in the early stages, it only gives the man space to carry on changing other things in your life. Do you understand? To the point where you're not even you again. The man has done changed you a year into the relationship. And then what? He gets a green card and then goes about his business while you're left to find yourself again? No. I don't agree with that. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I could see the low self-esteem, because when she talked about her ex, that's what I don't have a problem with the way she dressed. I just think she dresses that way because she has low self-esteem. And you can see it with the ex.
As for her ex, I think all she said is that he wasn't giving her the emotional support. I mean, you can imagine she gave birth to this child. It's bad enough, or should I say bad enough? It's hard enough giving birth to a healthy child and taking that child home, but giving birth to a child that's then ill. Now you're looking at this man thinking, is he going to leave? Because remember, at the end of the day, we're shackled to our kids, as a mother. You're practically shackled to your baby. Okay. So in that, well, any good mom, okay, let me correct myself, with maternal instincts, you're going to want to be with your baby, with your child. So regardless, you're not going to so easily say, oh, I'm not raising you because you're disabled. That's your heart. So I think with that situation, obviously the disability of the child caused for there to be a divide within the relationship and a bit of a distance, and she decided to leave him. I mean, clearly it's all for the better of the child, because he seems great, he has a balanced upbringing.
I would be curious to know, because she is older to have had a child. She's almost 50, and that's not a shaming technique. That just is what it is. I think he's a little too young, and this is for man or woman. I think once you get 50, you really need to stop with the 20-year-olds. You really need to stop with people in their 20s. I would say a 35-year-old who had kids was more her speed, because trust and believe the having children conversation is going to come up, and there's no way those dusty eggs can go out there and pop a baby.
No.
And it's very dangerous for her to have a child at her age.
These Arab men want to have children. So we know this is a black and white situation. He's using her for a green card. Simple as. Because by the time he's done using her, he'll probably be 30. 5 years in, he'll be 30. Still ready, young enough to go and find another. So, and she'll be left behind, like I said, broken, having to raise this child still, who needs all of her, not just a little bit. A disabled child needs then extra energy. You know what I mean? So no, and she's not the youngest woman, is she? She's not the spring chicken that she used to be. So looking after that child is going to take a lot as he grows. So
another thing she doesn't realize, although she looks good right now, in 10 years you're 60, and while you could listen, modern technology will have a woman look better than what she used to look like at our grandmother's age. But is a 35-year-old man going to want to be with a 60-year-old woman? That's also something you got to ask yourself.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, but we have to be realistic. When you are dating somebody 2 to almost 3 decades younger than you, unless the person has children already and lived a hard life, like they was hoeing in the street or they was smoking the crack, I just don't see it.
Yeah. No, I agree. But
older people, exactly, Hector. When you're old, you shouldn't have children. All these celebrities and them buying these eggs, talking about Janet Jackson killed me, had a baby at 50. If she don't sit her,
no, 100%. This is what I'm saying. I think he is I think he's a little bit Down syndrome. He has those issues. Those issues come into play with women of a certain age. Now, how old is she? How old was her age at
He's
the bottom?
49.
49. That boy doesn't look more than 9 years old. So she had him at 40. That is kind of the age where the doctor is telling you, we don't know. You know what I mean? 3 months in, they could be telling you your child has got symptoms of child syndrome or type. And then it's the decision. They give you a decision, So clearly this woman decided to go through with the pregnancy, She clearly
But
decided
what would you
to go
do
through
if you're in your 40s, you wanted a baby, you're pregnant, and you don't have any more that's why if I have children older,
and they tell you, oh, he was 12. See, that's like I'm 37, so this is what, 38. So I suppose, you know what, I've changed my mind, because I'm coming up to that age now, and I don't think. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I think it's like a lottery, isn't it? It happens to some women and some women it doesn't.
Well, they say when you get above 35, you should really be doing IVF, making sure you can choose the genetics.
Okay.
You should really be choosing IVF if you are going to have children, because they can take out the genetic, the genetic diseases and
even that I'm not comfortable with. Let God do it naturally.
You're right, but if everybody in your family has cancer and they died young, you feel differently about it.
Yeah,
there's some if you can, if you have a bad genetic lottery. Also, too, she was 37 when she had him. She's 49, which is like, some people do it naturally and do it fine. But from what she was saying, it sounded like having a baby was very difficult for her.
Well, yeah, especially if the man wasn't supporting you afterwards.
Right, but she made it seem like she was in a long-term relationship and they were there for years, and having a baby was difficult.
Well, actually, that's what it sounded like, because for her to say she decided not to get married, that must have been a long-term thing for him to been ready to marry her. Then they got pregnant, had this baby, and then he said, let's get married. But she didn't want to get married because he wasn't really there for her. Maybe he just wanted to get married for the sake of, we've been together this long. This is my disabled child. The right thing to do is to marry you. And she could probably feel like this ain't going to work. Who am I lying to? So she probably said no. Do you get what I mean?
No, I don't know why. I just feel like she's lying about her age, but I'm gonna let it go. Like, I just really feel like she had that kid in her 40s and she's in her 50s, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, but so my brain is telling me she's 54 and she had that baby at 42.
Well, do you reckon they will let her lie about her age? Don't they take ID?
Yeah, but they don't have to tell me and you that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough.
But if they're gonna, because to me, her hair was giving early to mid 50s. That's what her hair was giving.
Yeah, her hair is thin, I must say, because it's kind of see-through from this, from
because all
angles.
her friends, like, granted.
But now, again, look at her friends. Weren't they all kind of dressing a certain way to still be attractive? Because they're all single women,
But this is the thing with her friends. It seems like all her friends have grown children, right? Like,
yes,
not like 18, like when you got a 20 friends with 25-year-olds,
these friends were not her long-term friends. I remember she said it was a group of women she met at this place when she was at her lowest point and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, there's more to her story. I wouldn't be surprised if we find that she was married before. Like, how, like, there's something that's not adding up with her in the information given.
Yeah. Well, we haven't heard much though, have we? So we'll see what happens. Yeah,
and I just think for a woman, if you're gonna go to, first of all,
and then hold on, can we talk about the fact that she slipped out? She just slipped it out that he's a virgin. Did you believe that? Come on now.
No,
I didn't believe that. I mean, come on. You would listen, a young.
But that's what he told her, and she's gullible enough to believe it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to me. Arab men don't stay. Listen, let me tell you, they don't stay virgin for nobody till they're 35. Let me tell you something. Unless something is wrong. Look at him. He's a good-looking boy. He's been putting it, not to me, but to some.
Not to me either. I was confused. Like, this isn't a Yazan or a Hamza. Like, okay, like, at least the black girls get cute ones.
Even
like,
Yazan wasn't all that. Yazan looked that tired and dusty.
But Yazan looked like he does but he looked better than this guy.
He does the opium. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
But Yazan looked better than this guy. Like, for her to be moving her life for a 25-year-old, this is just not the 25-year-old I would think you would do it for. Like, he looks very like Tim, but Arab. Remember Tim and Jennifer? The one who was, like, very pretty and dainty?
Tim and Jennifer.
Remember, she's with Jesse now in Colombia?
Oh, yeah, but oh, for fuck's sake.
You're on.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, childbearing hips, Tim. Yeah, he has his face. Like, you know how you talk about the mouth area? I don't like the mouth area.
Do you not? That is funny. But no, it's like, what the hell? Like, no, I'm not into it. I'm not into Mohammed anyway.
I also want to know why Aria and Bigman haven't come on yet.
Who?
Ari and what's his name? His name's not Bigman. What's his name? The man she's with from Ethiopia.
Binyam. Yeah, they haven't. Listen, they're saving that red wine for later on. Let me tell you, because we need to see
also,
that.
Is it Thai and?
Hold on, let me look at my notes. I've got notes. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted then.
The Brazilian girl.
Oh, you mean Guillermo? The name that you can't say.
Let's go to that one.
Guillermo.
I so bad want to call him Gilmer's Glue.
And what's her name? I don't know. She's 29. Now, yeah, them two. Listen, first of all, can we just appreciate the fact that she can actually speak their language? Like, fair play. She's there, but a little bit. I don't know. Like,
I liked her Spanish. I gave it to her. Listen, she was like really into it in the conversation.
She's cute. Like, she's very petite. Like, I like her. She's cute. She's attractive. He's attractive. Cara. Okay, yeah. Let's see how that goes. But you know, I saw a little.
Nah, she's too much of a hoe. I'm sorry.
I saw a little saying on Twitter that said, all you need is an expired passport and a white woman on your arm, and the world is your oyster. You know, this man just swung, literally just.
No. Let's talk about that because I actually went on somebody else's live and they broke it down for me.
Yeah.
They said that because Venezuela is a country that has, you know, they have a lot of government unease and they're kind of like addiction. They're saying
the US allows people. Yeah,
the U.S. allow a lot of countries, because I went and checked it out, allows them to go with an expired passport. So it's not
but all the other paperwork was correct. So I think even when they applied, his passport must have been out of date because the country doesn't have an embassy to renew your shit anyway. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I get it now. But yeah, I mean, the man just came through. They came through the other side. Good for him. You know, it's funny though how people think. Why do people think? Okay, I know why, but at the same time, it's like I still wonder, like, why does everybody think America is the be all end all? Like, come on, people.
It is for them. Listen, you have to remember these people are making like $200 a month. So if you go into America and you can drive taxis and you can do things like and get $3,000 or $4,000 a month, you feel rich.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're making $200 a month. If you're making $200 a week, even you're like, oh, I'm rich.
You know, even that, I suppose I get it, but at the same time, it's a little bit like, you know, I've lost my point here.
It's like Africans that go to Europe and say Europe is.
No, I get it. Yes, yeah. I can relate to that. Yes, but at the same time, I don't know. I think they don't. The reality very soon kicks in that it's not all great. Like there's a
their situation is better than most, right? They're not coming here illegally, so they're not getting exploited in that sense. They're not coming here on a work visa, so you're not getting exploited in that sense. You're not coming here on a student visa where after the 4 years you got to get your tail out and go back to your country or find a job here, which can be difficult. You're coming here to get married. So worst comes to worst, you have a green card and you can stay here and work. Worst comes to work after 6 months, but you're guaranteed a green card and you're guaranteed citizenship long term if you choose to stay with that person or find another American to marry. So for them, it's a guarantee. It's not like other people who, if they come here on vacation, they got to worry about, going back and keep coming in and out until they stay. Or
but again, it doesn't always take those 6 months that they say. A lot of the time it takes a lot longer. So you could be stuck a lot longer with no job. Do you know what I mean?
But it's not no job like Nabs. Like, so for instance, he's a bartender, right? Technically they're not supposed to, but because he's a bartender, he can go out and work if they break up and find a place that he can be doing drinks and doing hospitality work. And he probably could get an apartment and everything like that.
Yeah, like, he's still young and he's good looking. Any place will have him.
But I'm saying he's doing the same thing in DR and he's not making those gains. He went from remember, there's a different thrive when you don't have than when you do. It's a different work ethic.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
what the problem with their relationship is, she needs to be smarter. She does not need to be marrying him. And people are going to say this is elitist. Oh, well. That is a man you have fun with on vacation, and you leave his ass right there in the DR, and you tell your grandchildren about how you was getting D down by a man in the little hut. You do not sit here with some banana leaves and you learn Spanish from him. That's what you tell people. You don't sit here and marry this man who's 23, and this is going to come out later. 2, he's Latino, and y'all don't speak for Latino, but he has that stereotypical Latin man thing. And when he realizes that she's the breadwinner and it's going to take him quite a while to reach her level, that's going to be problems. Because he's not used to a woman having so much, I wouldn't even say independence or freedom, but when you pay, you're the boss.
Yeah.
Like what you say goes. And he's not used to that.
I don't think necessarily that she'll be, but again, remember the red flag for me was the fact that she kept making jokes about his age and Nuno and whatever they were calling him. It's one thing if his brother is teasing him and he said it, but the way she's making it sound like he's a child and kind of plays on that, it's a little bit. And I bet you she will play on it, because when they go to America, there is going to be issues where she's going to be telling him, this is how it's done and this is how it's done, and you get what I mean? Then you're gonna slowly fall into the role of you're mothering him now, because you're telling him to go and find the job. You're telling him, babe, do this, do that. You get what I mean? So I think
that's going to be a problem if you're traditional. Yeah. If you're traditional and you're used to a man being a man makes all the decisions, not a woman.
Yeah.
And then her being promiscuous is going to be a problem too.
Oh God, yes, we saw that clip about the fact. Because
I don't know about you. You don't date the Latin men. I do. I have noticed with Latin men in particular, well, not just Latin men, but Latin men, when I date them, like I have to really watch what I wear. Like they don't mind me dressing scantily clad when I'm with them, but when I'm not with them, it's like the Muhammad thing.
Yeah.
So I would be interested, not that she dresses like she's a sexy dresser, but it's just interesting because that girl could find an American guy and give her a good life and things like that. Like she's by far one of the more better looking women we've had on this show ever. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say she's the bee's knees. She's killing the girls, but she's a cute girl, all American. And the white boys like that look that she has. Now, I would get rid of that red hair and that nasty tinted makeup. But other than that, cute girl. And this is going to be her first marriage. And I look forward to her and finding her true love in her second.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This might just
this ain't gonna work. We already did this. Remember that guy who came from Mexico? Was it Mexico or Ecuador? And he was a singer and he went to live in the Midwest and he was a singer and they were together and they were making all this music and she was in his music video and then they got together and they got a divorce and he went to Miami because he was around no Latinos. Now I don't know how Hispanic Charlottesville is. I would imagine there's some Honduran. I would imagine there were some, but I don't know if it's a Latin community like the big cities. Like if he went to Miami, he will feel right at home, So I don't know. That's another cultural aspect because she lives in a very white area. And when you're not white, that can be very difficult. So it's the culture thing because even though she speaks Spanish and everything like that, he's not getting that cultural influence. I know they'll have Latinos there, but he's going from, his people every day to his people, here or there. So that's going to be interesting. But hopefully he can get her to pay for him to go to college because y'all like to sit there and be strong woman and get your man through school. I don't do that shit. And maybe if he stays with her, great. If he doesn't, no. But one thing I've noticed about this couple, they never talk about children and long-term planning, which is dangerous.
Which one is that? The young ones?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we haven't heard them talk about that yet, no. But remember, the way she said, should we have a little drinky tonight, little party? They're very much party vibe people. And remember, he's 23. But next year, as soon as she hits that 3-0, she's going to be starting to feel broody. She's going to want to, that's if she wants kids, by the way. Some women don't, but she's going to want to start having kids. She's going to, you know what I mean? She's going to be putting pressure on him, and he's going to be what, 24, 25, looking at this 31-year-old woman thinking, do I really want to do this? Because remember, I think his dream is if he can better his life, he wants to bring his brothers too. That's what I see, you know. He wants his brothers there with him because they're the ones that took him out of his struggle, you know what I mean, and allowed him to kind of flourish and become who he is. So I think the first thing he would want to do once he's settled and stable, to find a loophole to bring his brothers there. Trust me, because they're all about family, because it's about survival for them. She's all about partying and, you know, she's cute and all, but it's limited. That's all I can say. It's limited.
Next couple
is let me have a look. Okay. Do we want to go into the one you commented on in private, or okay, hold on. No. Okay, we've got 2 more. Actually, we've got 3 more. Now, okay, let's talk about Miona, and I'm gonna now. Let's talk about him, please.
Miona and Jabri?
Chasing materials. Remember? Rat race, chasing materials. That's his song. I don't know how it goes, the rest of it.
Okay, let's talk about Miona and Jabri. Or Jibbery.
Yes.
Is his name Jibbery or Jabari?
It's Jibbery.
Oh.
Like gibberish. He just constantly just gibbering.
Yeah, I was like, but they say it like Jabari.
It's like they missed out the L. You're fucking about. Like Jibril is a name. Yeah,
I don't know. But his mother says it like Jabari, but Jibbery. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I think he meant Jabari and they spelled it.
Where'd all my money go? Yes, that was the line. Thank you, Hector. Where'd all my money go?
Let's talk about him. He was pissing.
All your money went on your damn dirty skin, right? Yeah. You see all them tattoos is where your money went, Bredry. Sitting up in your parents' house, not even knowing how to push up the lawnmower. Like, how pathetic. This boy is just dressing up in pink. You're in the most bloody suburban white country ever. You're there as the only black boy. You know what I mean? Looking like a flamingo. It's just too much. Like people said, like if he goes to New York, everybody looks like that, right? So it's like he stands out in this little town, village, or whatever that he's from. But yeah, I find him ridiculous. What do you think?
Jibbery was a fool. Jibbery, like debris?
Yeah, Jibbery. Is it lagging?
Jibbery.
Is it lagging? Why are you quiet?
Oh, I'm sorry. Jibbery is just, it's too much. I mean, Jabri is too much. First of all, let's start it off right? I don't understand how Jabri is always spending money and he don't got no job. All he's doing, are they giving him an allowance for all those chores he's doing around the house? Because I don't see Jibri at the warehouse, at the Uber Eats, hitting up, the McDonald's cashier, the Walmart cashier, hitting up the Holiday Inn clerk. Like, I don't see Jibri doing nothing. Yet all I see him doing is spending money. Okay, so we get into it. The first thing that happens that I didn't really care for was Jibbery was out here talking about how Miona's coming and he's so excited Miona's coming. So when they're saying that he's talking about how he's getting ready, he's sitting here buying all his Walmart things. Side note, Navs, he reminds me of somebody we met on YouTube who did that. But that's another story. Buying all his Walmart grab bag things, putting it up, getting pink, giving her the red carpet because he can't afford it. And this is the thing. I said to myself, do you think he's going to have sex with her at his parents' house?
Yes. Listen, I don't know how they raised him, but to me, maybe his mom is very good at staying calm. But you see how he interacted with them in the kitchen? I didn't like it. It seemed to me like he was adopted, as if he was adopted, because you know when a black child is adopted and it's white parents, that's how it come across. I know his mom's black, but it came across like a white couple who had adopted this black child that looks a little bit brown, not too black, but brown enough, right? So they can say we're adopting a black child. And then they're treating him as if they're walking on eggshells. Like, this woman doesn't seem like that's her son. I have to see a bit more to see how stern mummy really is. But mummy's very calm at the moment. And dad seems like it seems like mum's wearing the pants. Let me put it that way, right? Like, dad just seems like a soft white dude who came along and met this.
That's not his daddy. He's
I know. Black. What? You didn't even let me finish. I said, and met this black woman who had a child and decided to be with her and raise a child. Like, he's very
she's not black.
For me. Very tender for me. Yeah, half mixed race, whatever. He's very tender for me. He doesn't seem like a black man, southern country black man who has a bit of a backbone when he's dealing with his black son.
He's not from the South. He's from the Midwest. He's from the bush. I mean. When you go to American map and you see the middle, that's where he's from. The middle.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't seem, there's no oomph about the daddy. The daddy just even the way he spoke to his son, their voice is more timid than the son. I don't stand for that, you know. My daughter is not going to talk to me in no tone. And I'm talking to you in a loving tone, and you're coming at me in some. No, we're not doing that. You better bring down that tone. So to me, I already saw. I'm a mum, so again, Detective Nabia kicked in, Sama, and I said, you know what? No, this is not how people parent. And if this is how they've parented him, they've clearly given him enough freedom to express himself, and that's fine through his clothes and whatever else. But yeah, I don't think he had many rules growing up. It doesn't seem like. They seem the type of parents to just raise him to please him. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know.
Well, let's get into him. So he was in the house, and then he goes up the stairs. You know, I don't know what he's doing. He gets in his car, and he decides to get. Was it Daddy's truck clean?
Yes, Daddy's truck. Yes.
I can't believe that was so embarrassing to me.
So embarrassing.
Because Nabs, he lives like, it's not like me. I live in New York. That's why I don't have a car. Like,
when you're in the middle of suburbia, you need a car. So why don't you have a little runaround or even a rental for while the girl is there? I don't get it. Like, why can't you do better? Are you that broke? This boy went to Serbia, tasted some Serbian pum pum, stayed there for forever, then met this girl who, by the way, cost him his reason of making money, because remember, the friends and everything blame her. They think this girl is a piss take, and I agree. They see the girl for what she is, some Kim Kardashian wannabe. And please, can we just address the blackfishing? Because the girl was white in the airport, but was brown when we saw her in the video.
Everybody's like she's biracial.
Girls are really, doing it with the makeup, aren't they? Like, what is it? She was as brown as you are, but you see, even your edges look light. You see all around where your hair grows. She was brown. You know, when they put the foundation, the dark contouring all around the forehead. She was brown. But then she comes to the airport in her little tracksuit bottoms. And I don't know if they were some Gucci trainers, but clearly in her best outfit that she owns, because she didn't come with much, right? And then, well, actually, we haven't seen the suitcases. Did she have 1 or 2 suitcases? Something like that?
Well, no. Before we get there, let's talk about, he went in the car wash. He called his friend. Then after he get in the car wash.
He washed the car with the window open, by the way, while he's there trying to stun in his little puffer red jacket.
That's how you knew that was a fake scene. Yeah. But anyways, after he washed the car, after he pretended to wash the car, we get the scene where he's talking to his friend. What did you think about the friend?
He was cute. Listen, I was like, Serbia? I said,
was
hold
like,
on.
Why is everybody?
And everything was like smooth like butter. I said, Serbia where? I need to go and look on the map where this part of Europe is, because it can't be that far.
It has to be up there, right? Isn't it in the Caucasus Mountains, Serbia?
Oh, he's very cute. He's very cute. And even his accent and everything, the way he spoke, I liked it. Like, that white boy could date me. Like, Not that he would want me, but
we finally found one.
I'm just saying, like, he's cute.
Actually, it's not over there.
Ooh, Ryan Reynolds vibe. You know what I mean? I like a bit of Ryan Reynolds. Like,
sorry, guys. I made a mistake. It is actually wrong place. Serbia is next to Montenegro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Serbia is next to Montenegro, Albania.
See, even the Albanians, they love a bit of a black woman, but
Romania,
again, they fetishize on us.
And Hungary. So
I just said Hungary, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like Mediterranean, right?
Yeah. I mean, do they class themselves? Do they class themselves as Eastern Europeans? Maybe they tend to.
I don't know what they
from that.
I always thought Serbians were white, but maybe they got a little something in there.
She is white. Look at her; she's as pale.
No, I mean, but I thought they was like Armenians.
I think they are like you know, like how Kim K looks, Armenian looking. You see those features? They kind of have dark hair, but they're white.
Would they be considered Eastern European?
But this is what I'm saying. I think Serbia tries to steer away from that. Are they in the East? Because that's the hint is in the name. Are they in the East? Oh, it's in the Balkans. Yes, I think that's what they said actually. But shows
well, are Armenians white though? Because they always kill me with them. Because
but again, yes, they're white, but no, they're not. Because if you really want to split up the whites into race, they would be classed as outsiders. Because again, they've got the dark features, haven't they?
Right, because they're not technically not in Europe.
They don't have the traditional blonde hair, blonde look, whatever. They're really dark haired. You've seen Kim K and her family. They're Armenian. You've seen their dad. They kind of look Greek.
I always thought Armenians were like Arabs, like in a mixture between Arab and white.
Yeah, it could be. It could be Arabs and Greek and all of that, you know, because those countries sometimes have connections from back in the day where people used to travel, and you know how we talk about.
But Armenia is closer to Iraq than it is Europe.
Well, there you go then.
Like it's in Asia. I guess people call that Eurasia, but nonetheless, listen, Kim is half white because that mammy's white. But let's go on. Let's go into the conversation of him. So he talks to his friend. I knew you would like his friend. See, you always be getting on me about liking a white boy with a little bit of flavor, but then when you see
I like a white boy with a bit of flavor. It just depends. Like, I'm very particular. Like, this one gave me a nice vibe. The way he spoke, his accent. Like,
well, he's been here since he's 14, so you wouldn't expect him. You know, they're almost 30.
He had a thing, though.
Yeah, because he's been breaking some black girls back out. I know he's done that.
Like, he had a little act, like there was something about him when he spoke English. Certain words that he pronounced, I could tell if I close my eyes. You're not just fully American white, typical. You know what I mean?
Nabsy, are you closing your eyes while you were listening?
I am closing my damn eyes, okay?
Anyways, I wasn't into him because he looks too much like Darcy's man on Darcy and Stacy, and I just can't. Huh?
You mean Jesse?
No, Stacy. Stacy married, what is he? Albanian. He's Albanian.
He's not my type. He has more like his eyes are more deep in his face. You know that look where the eyes are more like you got to dig for them in the face.
She said his eyes are more deep. No, we're not doing this.
You know what I mean? Know when your eye socket is more like a hole and your eyes have been pushed in the back rather than sitting on your face. You know what I mean? But but yeah, what's his name again, please, people? Yeah, I love him though. His character, was it with an F? Hold on, please say his name. Come on, Hector.
I don't listen. So the friend of him was talking. The friend was like, listen, the friend was the no bullshit. She likes you because we're a big deal in Serbia and we're celebrities there. Florian.
There we go. Yeah, I like him. See, I knew it was an F. Go on.
She said we're a big deal in Serbia, and you know I think they're like the ASAP Rocky and the ASAP crew in Serbia. That's what I'm gonna call them. Serbian ASAP crew. Anyways, he was like, we're a big deal there. We make music. People love us there. We're seen like as celebrities. And she's thinking we're getting with you. She's going to be cool because you're black. You're the lead. You're making moves. She's like sitting there wanting to be the next woman. She's very rude and stuck up. And mind you, this is his people he's saying that about.
No, you know what I see happening though, and I hate to say it. I see him cussing his own people and leaving with her. Trust me. I see him tearing up his family for this girl. Mm-hmm. I swear, he's already teared up his friend group and the band. That's his thing, where he makes money, talking about, I'm a hustler. You're broke, okay? Telling his parents, all it needs is one song. Listen, you're not no big fucking, you're not no big artist that one song is making you a whole heap of money.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that if he's an artist, then, I mean, Usman might be a superstar.
No, I mean, come on. He's a little tad better than Usman, I suppose. It depends what your market is. Usman in the Afrobeat world, Usman is nowhere on the scale, okay? He's down there. He's just somebody who does it as a hobby. That's how people don't take him serious. But this boy and his group clearly have a bit of a following. Clearly we're doing their thing in Serbia and being booked. And the way his friend said, people are waiting for us to do shows. Like, what's going on? Because now you're sitting down waiting for this girl yet again, when really we should be out here, you know.
Oh, I looked at his group. They have 70,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I did as well on YouTube. Yeah, I even looked at their videos. He even sings in Serb, like in Serbian. What do they speak?
Serbian? I don't know. What do they speak?
Yeah, he even sings in that language. There's a song in that language that I clicked on.
Okay, so so there's a mixed girl on the group.
No, there's a black girl on the crew.
Sorry, it's a black girl. Dark. Do you think the other guy is breaking her back in?
Breaking her black back in? Yeah, you can say it. Is he? We don't know.
We don't know. I'm going to be interested in seeing them.
Because remember, their party scene seems very much popping pills and all that, you know? So, yeah, people get horny and want to then feel up and have sex, don't they? And have one-night stands and stuff. So, you know.
She's a cute girl.
You, the black one?
Yeah, the black one is cute.
Go on, pull her up.
Oh. I'm watching the thing.
Because I've seen her. She's dark. Oh, she's not that dark.
Mm-mm.
I just seen a glimpse of her. Oh, she's the one in the video. Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah. Oh, is that the video that says searching?
But the thing is, they haven't come with anything new.
Love. Is that the one?
Yeah, I don't think they don't have anything really new. So I think like this is a lot of storyline. Because the last song is like 2 years ago.
Guaranteed, if we bet money right now, Miona is going to disrespect his mom on day 2, maybe tops day 3 in the first 72 hours. Okay, she's going to disrespect this woman because remember they have one toilet. Was it them that have the one toilet? No, it's not them. So in that sense,
anyways, so. If he is a singer, then I am Thor. Listen, Kevin, stop it. Anyways, the friend tells him she's using you and she's disrespectful and rude. Then he goes to pick her up in Daddy's car and he rips his loud pink. Listen.
It wasn't loud pink. It looked kind of white, but it was soft pink. Soft pink.
That was
By the way, it was hot as F. How are you wearing a turtleneck that was wool? You know what I mean? I don't get it. Like his dress sense, I think, you know what it is? I think his problem is even the way he dresses, he tries to portray this image, especially when he's with her, the different clothes and the different looks and the glasses and everything is very out there. Now here she comes. This one is thinking, yo, let me jump on his back. Like what you said, if he's got an Instagram following and whatever following and she's selling her body, okay, she's not selling makeup. Okay, we haven't seen no different faces of different women that she's done makeup on, have we? Hello, nope. Correct me if I'm wrong. We haven't seen her skills. All we've seen is the fact that you can blackfish and you're very good at it, right? So in that sense, we haven't seen her makeup MUA skills that she's portraying to be. So what do you actually do? Because to me, it seems like you want to portray that look of small waist, big booty, the typical, you know what I mean? Come on now. They all want to look like they have curves like a black woman, but you're there white coming to the airport. Exactly. Oh, she says, you know what? They're taking the piss. Look at this. His mom reminds me of
yes, she does remind me of Jason. Yes, I was looking at her, and when he said she's biracial, I was like,
what part? The freckles on the brown freckles on your face?
I'm gonna let it ride. But she was looking like
thing that's on her face, and the hair they're not dreads at all. They are two twists. They're two twists.
I don't know what it is.
They're like yours, but two twists. So you'll see the two piece of hair twisting. And by the way, she ain't got no hair.
Y'all are so petty. Look at what your man says.
You know the type of hair his mom had? She has the cotton field hair. You know that hair that when
I'm not playing with you today. Now you're out of order. You're out of order.
That bushy 4C 4D. Okay, let's go as 5C hair. Okay,
they're gonna cancel you for that, and you deserve it.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. She has tough hair, and then she's added the fake synthetic hair to it to make it look like it's got a bit of a oomph. But listen, there's
I don't know if she has. I would be interested because I'm starting to think it's a wig.
Thank you, Hector. You see, Hector knows what I'm talking about. Hector, thank you, Anne. Was it Anne or Anna? Was it Annie? Annie. You should say Annie, like that dusty ginger girl Annie in the.
No, you're not gonna do that with Annie. Let's move on because you're really dragging it today. You must be tired. And
I am. Oh my God, I think when I'm tired, I do my best work. Have you noticed? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks. I'm almost wanting to bet it is yarn too because it's very. I've never seen hair that texture. But I'll move on.
It's not her hair.
Hello? I realize it's not her hair, but I'm saying even
you're really, okay. You were really getting on my nerves there. The woman, it's not her. We haven't even seen her. Like, the only thing you can see about her roots is the fact that she's got 5C hair, and it's ginger. We know that brown hair.
There's no such thing as 5C hair. I can't listen.
Let me tell you. Brown hair, when you're mixed race, right? Yeah, and you're born with that gingery brown look in it, it's the worst hair to have because your face looks white, but your hair says you're black. You understand? And a lot of the time, that's the contradiction they have to deal with. The fact that they want to pass but you can never pass unless you relax that hair and really transform it. But otherwise, you're just that hair is tough like a bristle brush. You know what I mean? It's just tough. And the mom's done a good job, don't get me wrong. She has oiled up that synthetic hair and then twisted it so it looks like it's nice and moisturized. But that's just my piece. Go on.
Anyways, then he tears his pants. And I couldn't believe he didn't change the pants. I couldn't believe he went in the car and went. And that thing was like right in the crotch area.
Yeah, it was right in the crotch to the point where if I was at the airport, I would notice that. The way, like, he was acting like such an idiot. And the fact that, you see how the parents don't give a F. Like, they left him to it. He's the one that wrapped up that big-ass box that he had. Then he wrapped up everything else, stuck an American flag in it. Like, she's not the type of girl to appreciate those things. Like, he's really going all out for this girl. And he's broke. And that suit is the best thing he owned besides all the other pink clothes that he had. And what did you think about the boots that he got her?
You mean the buy one, get one free pair?
Yeah. You mean he bought himself a pair and then got them for free? Is that what you're telling me? Are they not the best cowboy boots? Are they not? Okay, because I don't know about cowboy. They're not really my thing.
They're expensive too. I bought a pair. It was like $400. I couldn't believe it.
Real quality ones. Yeah.
When he said I said, what? For cowboy boots? Are you going to give me a little part of the gold at the end?
How much did he say they were?
He didn't say how much. I'm saying when I bought mine, it was
okay.
400.
Yeah. I heard you. Yeah.
But anyways, he bought the boots. Then he went to the airport. First of all, he really was going to the airport like he was a celebrity, and he really went there like he was going to pick her up in a Ferrari and take her to the crib. That's like a 5,000 square foot house. Like he really had me dying how he was going out there and daddy's old pickup. It just really killed me.
That he washed, by the way, and from the inside and out. Inside and out. He's an idiot anyway. And that girl is the
And then she comes on the airport. Yeah. She must be tiny because he looks short to me.
He is short. And then he's fat as well. Because don't feel like I didn't notice those love handles, you know. Don't feel like I didn't notice the love handles. You're coming out to do the grass, acting like you're ripped like Muhammad. He wasn't ripped like Muhammad. Come on,
Nabs. I wouldn't call him fat, but he definitely, his body is more.
No, but you know what I mean. I'm not. Come on. You know what I mean. I'm not saying he's like. He's like Ella. I'm not saying he's Ella.
No, Jabari is. He has that like skinny, Jibbery, that flabby body.
I don't know. Have you been getting some D from Jabari or something? Because you keep saying Jabari.
Because that's what I feel like his mother should have named him. Like she's like, I'm one of the pro-tep blacks, the hoteps, and then his name should be Jabari, not Jibbery.
She wanted to be different in her. Jibbery, and she wanted to be different in the little white village of hers, innit? Jibbery. Can you imagine explaining that name away?
And then she gets there. I told you she was blackfishing. First of all, homegirl came in the pictures was darker than me. I was like, honey, what are you doing? I don't even look that dark. Even if I take the light off.
When you put on makeup. Yeah, exactly.
I could turn the light off. Hold on. And I still don't look her color. I was like, what is
this? Makeup is what it is.
She's doing more than makeup.
Listen, whatever she's doing whatever Jabri. Okay.
His name should be Jabari. Like in my mind is Jabari. You know what it is? I had a neighbor named Jabari and his brother name was Bilal. So since I have the Bilal, my mind just says Jabari. But his name is Jabri.
Yeah, no. I'm not with them as a couple. That girl, I think, is the worst thing that happened to him. And he's gonna learn the hard way. But let's move on to the next one.
Who are we doing next? Are we doing confusion?
Cameroon or Bilal? Which one?
Let's do Cameroon first, because that girl had me wanting to slap the dog piss out of her. Anyways, Kobe and what's her name?
Her name is Emily, right?
Emily. Yeah.
Right. Now I'm done with Emily because you know what, Emily. Okay. I don't want to fat shame, but Emily, you went from a size 8 to like a 20. Like, what happened?
You did not say a size 20.
Like, what happened? I don't.
You're so
okay, and I've always said this, don't get me wrong, you know, my waist is one thing I struggle with. We all do as women, especially after having kids, right? Yeah, I envy women that have like a flat stomach, and I work on it all the time, but there is no way, right? Yeah, this girl has what did she say, 18-month-old? I get it, your hormones are everywhere. But you couldn't like jump on she said, I wish I could jump on the treadmill for 4. The treadmill wasn't going to change nothing for 4 hours. Like, am I wrong for saying this out loud?
You are dragging it.
I had to rewind my television and listen to that again. Did she just say, I wish I could have jumped on the treadmill for 4 hours before he came? What? So all of a sudden you then turn into Victoria's Secret model and you can wear the clothes that you had? Like, let's be real. That lingerie, not one piece of lingerie was going to fit her properly. Why did she buy it? Ablavi, come on. The clothes she was showing off was not her size. That was not her size. There's
Listen,
no way.
I've always said it's how you gain weight. I'm very lucky that most of my weight is in my
exactly
boob.
what my point was getting to. How do you is that okay? The only way I can explain it is that you spend your life sitting down, eating and sitting down. You eat and you sit. You eat and you sit. She sits.
No, but she lives on the farm, so she has to do a lot of manual labor.
It's like Ella again. What do they eat? Are you like drinking ghee? You know, like how Indians cook with ghee. That's very fattening. Are you drinking it liquid? Like, what are you doing?
Nabs, you are OGing right now.
Nah, I'm just being real. Like, what are these women doing?
Okay, well, let's get into it. She was very
that low.
She was very little when
very little.
But you see, her mother and sister are very little. So she was thicker than them though, because they're very skinny. Her sister's got to be a 0.
But
very
skinny. The pictures we saw that she took of herself in the mirror in the toilet, like she had no belly. Let me tell you, she had no belly.
No, she had no belly, and she was skinnier. Yeah. However, she did have a baby, and some woman like Jessica Simpson gained 100 pounds every time she was pregnant. And she had to lose it. Now, depending on how you gain it, it's unfortunate for Emily because, like, speaking as a fellow thick woman, I don't gain weight in my stomach like that. I am very fortunate because I would be
that's one thing that I need to see my pum pum. I'm sorry, but I need to be able to look down and see my body. And that's just me personally. Now, to each their own.
Now, here's what happened. She probably didn't have to diet or do anything because, remember, she was a party girl. So she probably was doing a little bit of this, a little bit of this.
She could have snapped back quick because her belly was tiny. So I don't even know why.
No, but if she's partying, wait a minute, Dabs.
It's getting to a point where the fat don't know where to sit. It's sitting under her chin, on her face, on her arms, on her belly. Like, where is it gonna sit? Because it's literally it's set up home in your waist.
We could see from her original body how she gains fat. She has more of an apple shape than an hourglass. So that means
you know, when I was shocked when she turned around and I realized she has these weird like lumps of hips kind of on the back of her back, like where your hips supposed to be. Obviously, when she was skinny, she had no hips. They're literally just, you know, she was just slim. But now with gaining the weight, I don't know, like how can you go?
Wait a minute. Let's go a step back. Let's go a step back, right? She's a party girl, right? So that means drugs were probably involved. When you're doing drugs, you tend to be skinnier because it's suppressing your appetite.
Yeah.
Probably because I had roommates who didn't eat anything. They just drank beer all the time and they were skinny.
True.
So if you're just drinking and you're just doing drugs, you are going to stay slim. So she might have put in her body into starvation mode. And when she became pregnant, because she wasn't taking care of herself and eating properly, her body is just sucking up everything she eats because she probably doesn't eat that much. And then when she gained all that weight,
that makes sense.
Being pregnant, she was like, oh, I don't like it. And she didn't have... she's not somebody I think that ever had to diet or ever had to really watch what she ate. So because she was always drinking and partying. So the weight gain it was tremendous for her. Now, for her to lose the weight, she's probably going to have a more restrictive diet and things like that and go out and work out. And I can see her after the show doing that and losing the weight because that's what they do. I'm sure she's on the show to lose the weight. However, let's not act like the Cameroon Dusty had a reason to gain the 60 to 80 pounds he gained.
Let me tell you, he's been gaining because he's been living life, okay? Remember, he didn't have to work anymore. She said he couldn't work because of they're going through the process. I bet you she's been sending him money. He's been eating nice. He's been living nice. He's been fucking nice, okay?
Listen, now everybody I know that goes to Africa, for the amount of time he was there, come back skinny. What is he eating? He gained he gained a ton of weight, And
actually, I think his face looks really cute. Like, I like his eyes. Not a man I would go with, but I see what she sees it. You know. Your eyes are bloody order. I swear to God. Listen, I'm just saying, like, he's not ugly. Like, he's not Michael. Sorry, he's not. You know, who else can I compare him to? What other black African?
They haven't had a good-looking black man on this show, so no, we're not gonna do that. They all ugly, all of them.
No,
ugly, ugly, ugly.
I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's that bad.
Listen,
but yeah, carry on.
The fact that he left China, went to camp. First of all, I want to know why his first visa was what he didn't get it. I want to know why he didn't get it. The visiting visa.
It took him a while, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Because he hasn't seen her in 3 years. But then, you know what? I go through this too. Like, 3 years is enough time. Like, if I'm going to go see my man and be on television, I'm going to the gym and just getting my body just, you know, the tightest it can get. Like, he might not see me like the size I was before, but, you know, he's going to be like, oh.
Let not have a belly hanging on like a second person. Yeah, that would be a great start.
I like African thick men. It's nothing about him being thick. I feel like he's a dusty. Like, he don't look bad, but he just, I don't know what he's doing in Cameroon to gain weight like that, because he had a dad bod. Talking about
and even when she was trying to convince us that this man is an underwear model, where exactly? You flew from Cameroon to Asia. Like, come on now. Like, you're not modeling for Asian men, okay? First of all,
I think he is, or at least European ones.
Now you're taking a different angle.
I think he would listen. Let's be honest.
I think he was one of them tourist fucking men. You know what I mean? He will sleep with any tourist woman and they go back.
Or man.
This one, you know, got pregnant. So I think that's the thing. And once she got pregnant, he might as well ride the wave and go for a better life. But again, I don't know if he was faking, but at the airport, it seemed like he really missed her. And the first thing he said is, you gained weight. So clearly that boom, boom belly, he could see it from a mile off when she was trying to hug him. It's like,
what's her name again?
Emily. I mean, she's cute. She's cute, you know. She's just gone a bit too thick. You know, when you know you've gone too thick, going from a size 8 to whatever she is now, is when you see the back of your legs get folds, you know, like the fold at the back of your knee starts looking like it's just about, you know, surviving, because your ankle, not your ankle, your, what do you call it? Your
knee?
The body type. No, the back, is it your hamstring?
Is it the socket? Oh, the hamstring.
Your calf muscles. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It seems like your calf fat and your thigh fat are both sitting on the fold, you know, like, because she was cute. She did. I mean, I think her face is cute if she didn't have all that under.
But you know who else they remind me of? Do you remember Emily and Sasha? I wonder if we're gonna have this storyline again. Remember when Emily went to Russia and got pregnant by that guy who had two other ex-wives, and he was complaining because he was saying she was too fat and that she needed to lose the weight?
I don't remember that season. When was that?
You know it. Hold on, let me show you.
I wasn't watching them.
Well, that's their storyline was that he was complaining because she gained weight, and he said that she had the baby and she needs to go back to the gym. He's not going to tolerate him. Ooh, isn't Emily and Sasha divorced? I don't know if they divorced. All I know is that he was like, you better get in the gym. I want a hot wife. She was stupid. I don't think he looks bad, but Danzel, what is he eating in Africa? You know?
I'm telling you, he's eating the American dollar. What else is he eating? Come on now.
In Africa.
He's eating that daddy's American dollar. You see the daddy? By the way, doesn't the family give you a little bit cotton field vibes? I don't want to say the word, but don't they just Just a little bit. Doesn't daddy just remind you of the with the whip? Like, doesn't, you know what I mean?
That dad and that man ain't gonna get along because that man
They're
don't have
not gonna
no
get along.
desire
See, please,
to
let's
work.
get into that, because first of all, the man is a couple of shades too dark. You see, white people, the darker you are, the more uncomfortable they are with you, especially the ones that come from.
Well, no. But see, that's her problem. Because
Kansas
again,
and
you
Tennessee
need
and
to
all of
know
that. Yes.
because you need to know your parents. That's her problem. Because, for instance,
100%.
it's the same thing with black people. You know what white people to bring home and what white people to chill out and just have other night. She knew better. She knew better because she's not at a point that she can be financially independent. So you got to date who mommy and daddy likes. You can't be out here wilding.
Yeah.
And she went there, got that Cameroon D, and now her parents. I think the race thing is not going to be as much of an issue as is the lazy mentality that he's going to have.
Well, I mean, Dad's already willing to support them for 6 months, he said. But remember, it could be like more like 18. So we'll see how that works.
He shouldn't be 18. He should be getting a job within 6 months.
No, because sometimes the paperwork takes longer.
He can get a job at Amazon once he has his green card.
Yeah, but that doesn't always happen in 6 months, especially since his procedure took them over 2 years. Remember?
You get the green card 3 months right after you get married.
Tisa Lee said he's eating fufu. Well, there you go.
Fufu don't do that. Fufu is just cassava. Fufu don't do that. That's more than fufu.
That's more than fufu and soup. Her daddy is willing to cover the bill. Yep.
But listen, if y'all love it,
and also, can we talk about how this African man wants his breasts back because he don't want to share with his son? Can we? Like, what did you think of that? Did you think that was ignorant thing? Like, for me, I feel like you shouldn't have said that out loud. If that's how you felt, it's something to discuss with her. But for you to sit there and then confront her.
Oh, this is the couple. LOL, fufu. First of all, they don't eat fufu and jollof rice in Cameroon. That's different what cuisine. You don't remember this couple?
No, not at all.
Okay, this was the first couple of the guy who was gay. She sat there and had a baby by a black man and passed the child off as his. Her child is
You're lying.
I'm dead serious.
What season is that?
I don't remember what season it was, but she was only in one season. And I went to see because it was a big thing. Let me see. Let me show you the kid. The kid went.
Damsel says she remembers them.
Yeah. Hold on. And she done had a biracial kid and got mad because people said that the child was black and talking about the child is not black. Her child just looks like her grandmother. This is the child she done had.
Oh, please. That child is black.
Oh, look at the child.
Look at the hair. No. And he believed it?
He's gay.
Look how pale the two of them are. There's no way you lot could have given that child.
Yeah, she said the child was biracial because her dad was Cuban. She was telling all types of bullshit. This is the baby's daddy, really.
Oh, she went really dark.
Yeah,
God. Oh no.
She's sitting there deleting her Instagram talking about that's my baby daddy. I didn't cheat on my but her husband was gay. That man was gay. He was a Mormon. He was gay, allegedly. Oh, I'm sorry. I just had a
that is crazy.
Yeah, look. Talking about this is a white child.
That's not that child looks more like, like black and Indian. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no. That child looks more like
her because she has those eyes. Remember, she's from, I think she was from Ukraine or one of those, she has that Eurasian eye thing. So that's why the child looks like her mother. Her mother has those eyes. You know those Eastern Europeans that have small eyes? Her mother had them. And he was defending her like she was married and everything and had a baby on him. That's when 90 Day was good. Well, go ahead. Let's go back to Kobe. Listen, Kobe and him.
Let's go to, hold on. They picked each other from the airport, and we see in the preview that on the way in the car, because remember, she hasn't told this man that she wants to hijack him for one night to ride him, okay? But as soon as she tells him, he thinks she's being selfish. Now, can we just ask, I want to ask the ladies, do you guys think she's being selfish and she needs to let him see his son? Because I think it's been long enough. The man just wants to see his baby. You lot can be together. First of all, I think she should have brought that child to the airport. I think she should have took her child, stayed in a hotel for the night, then took her child nice and early to the airport, bring daddy home, and then daddy can kiss the child and love upon his son that he hasn't seen. Right, yeah, I have a daughter, so I can only imagine. My ex-husband loves her. I can only imagine how he would feel not seeing his child for 2 to 3 years. And then on top of that, it's not that he even got to meet this child. He's never met this child, right? Yeah. So think about it. He just wants to see his child. And then on top of that, I think the issues are going to start when he realizes that his child has a relationship with everybody in the house besides him. Remember, that's going to be a hard one to swallow. When the child cries and he runs to the granddaddy and the grandmother instead of him. Because remember, he doesn't know his daddy like that yet. It may be all natural, but at the same time, we don't know. So I think that's going to cause problems, because he already is in his feelings about the fact that this woman is using her pum-pum to want to lure him and keep him for one night, when really he just wants to see his son. He don't want to fuck her right now. You know what? He doesn't want her right now. He wants to see his son.
My turn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Disgusting. You know no. See, no. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You haven't, hi, Dorian, seen your child in 3 years. Listen, I went traveling through quarantine. Y'all could have met up in Europe. Y'all could have met up in Dubai. Y'all could have, listen, bottom line is because China lifted their things quicker than anybody else. He could have hopped a plane on Dubai and sat there and pow, and open the bussy for a man to see his child. I have no respect for him as a man sitting there talking about, oh, I haven't seen my child yet. You didn't want to see your child. If seeing your child was something you wanted to do. I don't
think in the beginning this child was planned anyway. Like, remember, she just got pregnant quite quickly. This is something he's had to take as a...
Now,
yes, he's
let's pretend it's the opposite, right? I don't even want kids. But if I had a living, breathing human being that had half my DNA on this planet, there will be no way 3 years would go by from its inception to now, and I wouldn't have seen that child. That's dusty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on now, think about it.
That's a different perspective. And yes, I kind of do agree with you. That's not from what I thought, this man was stuck in China. If he had opportunities to see this child and make it happen, then maybe they should have done so. But then again, did she have the finances?
Yes, you see Daddy's farm? They could have sold something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Because what I found interesting is he didn't ask for her to go to camera. I found it so weird. Like, listen, this is what I will give Ari credit for. Ari at least went to Ethiopia because she wanted her child to have a father. That already tells me that there's something wrong in their relationship. Because if she was to go to Cameroon, and Cameroon isn't like she could live very nicely as an expatriate. She could go to Tanzania or Kenya if she wanted to. And her parents, if they're going to pay for her to sit her ass at home, might as well have the father there. But the fact that she came to the United States and has no desire to live anywhere and to raise her children in that white town lets me know everything I need to know about them.
That's why I said, doesn't it give you cotton field vibes? Like,
but it's a two-way street. Like, if you like, now think about it. I get pregnant, right? Okay, I'm gonna do something that would never happen. and I get pregnant from some man in Dubai, right?
Yeah.
And he can't come here. You think I'm going to stay in New York and struggle with a baby on my own? You got the game twisted. Now, because she could have gotten married in Cameroon, had the baby, and then come back.
Yeah,
but
true.
The fact that she waited, because it's unrealistic to say that she hasn't had sex with nobody in 2 years. It's unrealistic to say he hasn't had sex with somebody in 2 years. How are you having a relationship?
I know he has. And on top of that, I think with the... Okay, we have to give credit, actually props to Ariella then, because as weak as we thought she was, at least she went out there and she's actually living in a home in Addis Ababa with her son, right? And the child's father. But with this one, I think, remember, Ablavi, some women aren't cut out to do that type of thing. I think because, remember, she's in the family home, there's a lot more influence on her. I think they're all telling her what they think. I think very much because daddy gives her money, she has to take into account what they're proposing. Like, are you really gonna go back to Cameroon and have a baby over there? What if you have issues with the government? What if you have
then
issues?
You should have told your daughter to not be.
People say, what if you have issues you can't get to in hospital? You know,
she's an American citizen.
I know that, but still,
regardless, she's an American citizen. Abroad. My grandmother at the start of this is how I know it's bullshit and lies. Yeah. At the start of the pandemic, my grandmother went to Africa, right? She could have come back all this time. She didn't want to come back. She came back and it opened in Africa, in West Africa in August, because that's when she came back in August, right? So the most she would have had to stay there is till the child was born. Because the child was an American citizenship, she would have already gotten the child would have already got an American citizenship, and you do it at the embassy when the child is born. She could have been with him. They could have gotten married in that 8 months. She could have seen if she wanted to stay with him, or date, because they dated 3 weeks before she let him hop up and spray his seed all in her. Didn't know him, was sitting there playing with the karaoke stick, and then got pregnant.
They had a one night stand the night she filmed him.
But this is what I mean. Like, her parents should not have entertained her irresponsibility. You wanted to sleep with a Cameroonian? Get your ass to Cameroon and see how hard it is out there. And because she doesn't know this man. She's met him you don't know somebody by having video chats with them.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, actually. That would have been a good lesson for her to learn. But again, she seems to be strolling through life with the support of her parents, you know. And this is what enables them to do this stupid fuckery. Going abroad, finding black men to sleep with. Like, you could have found a Dusty down the road in another county and still had the man there.
So she could have gone to and found an American. There's plenty of people. Listen, she should have at least done somebody in the army, because at least you would have got army benefits. Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
I know. It's about, I don't get it. I think, you see how she was looking at him at the airport? Like, she is looking at him like she want to lick him like a lollipop all over. Like, she's just so into him.
Or she could have gotten somebody from your country. She could have got an African that has a European. Listen, people gonna say I'm savage. I don't care. I don't sleep with anybody that don't got a passport I want to visit 6 months out of the year. Period. If I don't want to visit your country 6 months out of the year, you're not getting this. It is what it is.
You know.
It is what it is. If I'm like, oh my God, I can never live in Cameroon, then guess what? My poom poom needs to stay out of Cameroon.
Right? But you know what? This girl, I think she's very much a dokon. We call that a dokon. Like, yeah, I think he overestimated her as a woman. I think he's going to very soon realize that she's actually quite lazy. Yes, she runs around with her son and whatnot, but I really don't think she has some sort of routine where, you know, she goes to the gym, she does yoga, or she does other things away from being a mom. I think she's always stuck with her parents. They're eating good food. You know, and like you said, you know, she's gaining it in all the wrong places. All the wrong places. So I think that, well, first of all, we'll have to see how the first night goes, because he might not even want to sleep with her because he seems so pissed off he can't see his son, that turning, you know, me turning on and lusting for you is really in the back of my mind. So we will have to see.
He's gonna sleep with her because that's why they sit in there and watch her get pregnant.
With her, but then very quickly he wants the day to be done so they can go and meet their son. You know what I mean?
First of all, again, if he was, this is a piss poor man. This is a Dusty. If you have a child out there and you are a capable-bodied human, there is no reason to see the child, especially if you're in a relationship with the mother. It would be one thing if it was big men and you live in Ethiopia, you done your ex-wife dirty, she done left you and you do not see your child. But you are in a relationship with your child's mother. Listen, the family could have gone for 2 weeks and seen the child. Really?
Yeah.
Because because this is another problem. Is he never going to go back to Cameroon? Is he never going to see his people? Like, there are so many issues in this relationship.
I'm sure he's going to want to take his son back home. How is she going to feel
about that? And why would you allow that when you don't know these people?
I think she would allow it because she loves him.
Listen, I got to go on. She's making me Africa hot right now.
Is she?
She's making me Africa hot. Yes, he was mad that she was still breastfeeding too, because I told Nabs, I was like, do you still breastfeed that? Like, I didn't realize milk comes out that late.
Listen, let me tell you one thing. Milk will keep coming as long as your baby is sucking. So this is why when women say, I've stopped breastfeeding or whatever, usually the reason is you've either changed the routine or the child hasn't been sucking your breast as regular. The child controls how much your breast produces milk. So the more actively they drink throughout the day, the more regularly your milk will adjust to the timings of your child's feeding times. You get what I mean? So your breast will start leaking when you're due to feed your baby, because your breast, your body and everything, it works in sync. You get what I mean? So, but there are people, have you never seen documentaries where people, remember, like weird documentaries on TV where a woman is breastfeeding a 5-year-old or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, and I've always thought, and
it's weird. It is weird.
It's
but
weird.
At the same time, if you read up on the benefits of breast milk, the benefits, I think actually the period is between when the baby is born and the most critical ones. I would say if you can get your child to breastfeed within the first year, you've done a great job. Because even getting to the first 6 months, sometimes it's hard. Like, I think I did about 6 months till all of a sudden she was having trouble pooing. And then I panicked being a first mom and went to the doctor. This Asian doctor, I'll never forget, this Indian doctor told me she needs extra liquids, go and buy powdered milk. Now I know it's the worst thing I could have done, really. I should have just given her water and she would have pooed when she's ready. But then I started giving her powdered milk, and then you find that your child will start wanting the powdered milk more than your breast, and then start slowly they wean off it, and then your breast is going to dry up anyway and not produce because your child is not wanting to drink it. So, but everybody's different, and the way she's sitting there, she probably is full of milk. I don't know. Sorry, I'm taking the piss, really.
Anyway, let's move on because she's making me Africa hot right now.
Andrea. Thanks for joining.
Now the last couple, Bilal the Dusty.
I was almost gonna come on looking like Shaida tonight, but I'm too tired. Listen, because you know what? We need to try and perfect her accent because it's just great. The way she replies to things and says things. So, okay, he went to the airport. And by the way, did you notice how this dumb Dusty decided to wear red bottom shoes with a t-shirt? Did you notice that, by the way? With the t-shirt. with the American flag.
I'm gonna have a very unpopular opinion, but I think this is a case of a Dusty and a pick me, because there are things in. While I wouldn't have gone in that. I think he went too hard with this. This is the dustiness. Remember when I told you that these Dusties always are trying to figure out what you have when you're dating them, and always trying to figure out how much money you make, and like that's that Dusty rhetoric 101. Like always interested in what you do for a living. You know, this is a high earning Dusty. And like it's not just broke men, because he has money, but he has that
high earning. Okay, listen, we need to find out this man's net worth, because you're carrying on like you're some Bill Gates money. Calm down.
No, I don't think he's Bill Gates.
All he keeps talking about is how he came from the hood. And you know what? It seems to me like he still resents the fact that he's made it. Like, oh shit, I was almost going to say the word. Like, Dusty, live your life. You've worked hard enough. Yes, you came from the ghetto, but you need to stop talking about it, because at the end of the day, coming from the ghetto doesn't mean you drive some dirty ass van and you live in some broke down yard, right? Yeah. Furthermore, why is the house broke down? You're supposed to be some top shutting, what's it called, real estate agent. Why haven't you done up your family's house and made it look nice? I don't understand why the ceiling looks like it's dropping down. Like, that house would not pass a health and safety check.
Okay, they say he's worth 1.5 million. That's not a bad. It's not
bad, but again, 1.5 is not in cash. He probably owns 2 houses and done. Do you understand what I mean? Come on.
You're dragging. Oh, you're dragging.
I'm just saying. Like,
no,
what does he
have?
I agree
with you. But here's the problem.
What does he have? And especially where he lives, and like that house over there, was that $100,000, $150,000, $2,000?
No. That house got to be like, I would say 800,000.
Well, then there you go. His assets are already that one house. So
maybe I don't know. It depends on, like, again, how long ago was it that he bought the house? You know, because if he bought that house, the house looks relatively new, in my opinion. It doesn't look like he's had it for long.
No personality. It looks like a show house. Like, no,
I don't think that's his house. I think that's one of his things he's selling. I think that's one of his developments, and he just happens to be living in it because he hasn't sold it yet. I don't think that's his house.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't give me, I'm going to spend money like that on a house. Like, he just doesn't.
He doesn't give me, I'm going to spend money on you, full stop. Like, he just doesn't give me that vibe. First of all, this is the first couple where we haven't heard money exchange hands yet. I don't think he necessarily gives her money or financially gives her anything. I think he's the type of guy that made a little bit of money and feels that everybody's after his money, when really it's like, it's all in your head, because you have this thing with being so broke when you were young to now having some money that as soon as somebody comes in your life, they're going to want to have some of that. I think he has a little bit of a psychotic.
No. Bilal is a Dusty. And this is Dusty 101. See, a lot of people think Dusty is just income. He's Dusty because he has a childlike mentality. Because Bilal does not have the maturity as a man to sit here and weed out women based on the attributes he wants in a wife, and he's too driven by the physical, he tends to choose gold-digging women.
Ticking boxes. He's like treating her like a house.
He's exactly.
You know what I mean? You could put in double glazed windows. Exactly. To make it look
I want her to be fair skinned. I want her to look almost like he's doing all the physical. I want her bendy. I want her to suck me like this and back crack and sack. But he's not going for the characteristics he needs in a wife, which a Dusty does. And then he gets mad because his child mentality doesn't get him the woman he needs, or who is right for him in this point in life. Because once you said...
No. Furthermore, this is why he's attracted a woman that's been engaged twice. Because we still don't know her backstory. And the way that the girl's got she's got a little bit of an attitude on her. She seems a little bit feisty. She's a very little feisty. Yeah. So to me, and this is only a snippet of what we saw, she seems very much like the princess me. Like, I would like to see where you grew up, sis, because yes, don't get me wrong, it was a beautiful waterfront, whatever they showed us, but it doesn't mean that's where she lives. You're just at the side of the beach, right? So
Well,
we don't know
a
where she
better
comes from.
argument would be, why are you 37, Muslim, and still not married? Listen, Naps, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. Yep. And don't have no children?
No. Been engaged twice. So you've clearly had relationships that gone as far as, will you marry me? You've said yes and didn't go through with it. So, yeah. What is it? Is it because
that nasty attitude? That's what it is.
Yeah, and on top of that, I think she's very much she thought as soon as she met this man with his Louis Vuitton baggage, because she felt the need to say that, because how I caught that, his Louis Vuitton baggage, she thought, ka-ching, I'm quids in here, I can probably go to America and this man will give me some celebrity lifestyle, and I can start a vlog, you know what I mean, and become one of those, because remember, she's into yoga, all of that.
The fact that he told us she had a business but couldn't tell us what her business was questionable, in my opinion. He said she has a business, isn't it? But he didn't say she had a yoga studio. He didn't say that, because
you don't need a studio in Trinidad and Tobago. You go on the stand on the beach.
Wait. If she's leaving Trinidad at 37, you would think she would have, if she's not married, she would have some assets that moving to America would be a bit of a situation, right? If you were to move to America right now, you still have your house and everything like that. If you're moving for that, you're working and things like that, and she doesn't have it, imagine you didn't have any kids. Imagine the amount of wealth you would be able to acquire. Why are you so willy-nilly to get on a flight? Because in Trinidad, you can live well. You can live well.
Yeah, she's willing to get on a flight because at the end of the day, when there's no suitable man willing to have a baby with you, okay, listen, let me tell you, this woman's mission is to have babies, and she's educated enough to know the van looks like a Scooby-Doo van. This woman has been Googling him, okay? She knows what she's doing. She knows that if she falls pregnant, but first of all, they're going to get married in 90 days. So if they get married in 90 days, they've already done the nikah. If she falls pregnant before the 90 days, under Allah's law and the Quran, the way they took those oaths with the nikah, he has to stand by her. Do you not think this woman would fall for child support and stuff like that? Like, he better sign a prenup with this woman, because I can imagine she's taken him for everything he's got.
Well, listen, even if we say all of that, I personally think that when you're 37 asking to have children, and people are going to hate me for this, children may not be something she's able to have. Let's call it a spade.
At 37, yeah. And I've always said this. I've definitely I really count myself as being blessed that I've had a child, and that I've had that experience, because I could not imagine now being childless, and I'm 37 still having to look for a partner. Like, the pressure is on Ablavi, and if this is really what she wants, which it seems like she is, then what is he gonna? And it's unfair. Furthermore, this man, I swear he's wrong in many ways, because you've brought this woman over with the pretense that you're open to having children, and really deep down,
I'm looking at her Instagram right now, and I see what she's about. So she says she got a BA in literature in 2013. So that's 8 years ago. So she would have been 29. So she went to school later, which is nothing wrong with that. Then she says she's an entrepreneur, yet she can't show us no entrepreneur. She says she has flexibility classes coming soon. When I'm looking on her Instagram, all I'm seeing is flexi poses and pictures in expensive places. She wants to live like, Arabic TikTok. That's how she wants to live. Those Middle Eastern women? Yeah.
Yes. Let me see quickly. Yeah, they do. They tend to take pictures of coffee and different places. Yeah. Hold on. So she actually put up 90 Day Fiancé. Okay. Is that her on a plane stretching?
Mm-hmm. But you see? See? She wants to live the Emirates lifestyle. But the thing is, you don't start this at 37. If you're gonna sit here and want to marry a man, and because I'm willing to bet her father is from Dubai or in the Emirates. I would be interested in seeing what he looks like.
You think her daddy's Arab?
That girl is fair. Now, I'm not saying it couldn't. From what they showed of as her mother.
Okay, yeah, you might be right. Well, I'm sure we'll see more. But again, her being Muslim, I don't think her family is necessarily being followed around by cameras and everything else. So I think they're very private. I think we only saw a video chat when they start falling out, where she's telling her mom, like, this is not the man I know. And she told her, get on a flight and come back home.
No. But it was said that when he met her, because remember, it's 2 years ago, so she was 35. She said she didn't want to have children. Now she says at 37 she wants children. Like, it was just, it's. I think this is the producers. I really don't think her at 37. I really don't think she wants children. But I'm gonna let it rock.
I don't know. Like, it depends. She's fit enough when it comes to health-wise. She would probably carry a baby very well with that body because she's very fit. So in that sense, health problems are probably less than a woman that's make your eggs overweight.
Listen,
what I'm saying is her eggs could still be healthy because of the lifestyle that she lives.
Yes. Yeah? However, you get into she's almost, first of all, she's 37, right? She gets pregnant right now. She have the baby at 38, right? That means the child, she's about 56 when the child is done. He has 2 grown children. It is not, and this is another mistake women make. Stop getting with men who have teenagers thinking that they're going to start all over with you.
They're going to start over again. Same. Because you know what? I'm on the border. I have an 11-year-old, and every day that goes by, or should I say every year that goes by, it's less and less chance, less and less opportunity of a window that I still keep open for having a baby, you know. I'm not going back because life is so much more manageable. You know what I mean? Like, for you to change your life and go back to a goober that needs to be on your breast 24/7, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you're right.
This is what I didn't understand.
A lot of women think he loves me, he's going to change for me. Like, come on. There's a lot of females that are in their early 20s that will be with a man who's late 30s, who's already done it all, right? But they're still starting their life, demanding babies. So it doesn't work. And it's even more awkward for the older kids because they're looking at daddy like, hold on, why are you having more kids? Like, this child is 15 to 20 years younger than me. Like, that even in itself causes problems within parents and children relationship likewise.
This is my biggest problem with her and why I don't think the child thing is real. If you want children, I find it bizarre how she is so reluctant to be a stepmother to his children. Even let's say you want your own children. If you truly want children, you would enjoy,
right? She is already nervous and awkward about the idea of being in the same place as his kids and having to form some sort of relationship with them. Maybe she's the type of woman that thinks, them two are with the other woman, keep them over there. Because there's a lot of women that are happy to be with you, but they will want nothing to do with your kids.
Oh, there's a lot of women like that. And then there's stupid men.
Like, the teenagers can be over there in their eyes, and they'll leave you to go and spend time with them, but they'll never join you, or they'll never show an interest in your children. So in that sense, which I never understand, because those are the same women that then want to turn around and ask this man for a baby. Do you know what I mean? But you don't
because to those women, I have a friend like that. She's one of those women. She got with a man who had children. We were like 23. And she got a man who was like 46. He had 2 kids that were like 15 and 13. And she was going at it with the ex-wife. She thought she was so much better. She just thought she was young, hot, and cute. She sat there and married that man and had 3 children. And now she's divorced. Because I told her, leave that old man alone. He married you to have fun and drink at the club. He did not have you to have children.
Yeah. If a man's with you and now he's got teenage kids that can finally actually make their own lunch and, get their own key to the house, and mummy doesn't always have to be there because mummy's now doing her own career and the kids are home alone and daddy doesn't even live there. Daddy wants to have fun, and you know what I mean, backsack and crack it. He doesn't want to sit down and now buy baby bottles again. It just doesn't make no
she
sense.
Did that.
But,
and
yeah,
now,
and now
she's 30 with 3 kids under 5. And she's really crying now because now she don't have a husband. So she's sitting there a single mother. And people always say like, oh, well, you have money. Who wants to be with a baby 24/7?
Nobody.
And she got 3. She got one that's like 10 months old. She got divorced when she was pregnant. He really wasn't effing with her.
No, he wasn't.
And then she's salty now because now what? It's hard in the dating market for a woman with no kids, but you're 30 with 3?
Yeah, that's a lot.
But anyways, let's talk about it. So they get out the thing. I thought that he was a little bit ridiculous. I thought he should have gotten maybe not a nice car like a Lambo, but maybe he could have got something like.
She was quite impressed with the Chevy. Was it a Milan? A Chevy something. She pointed at that and said she thought he was driving that. So clearly,
well, it was a little. It was a little. It wasn't.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't. It was an all right car, and you know. Then he opens up the van and she says it's a Scooby-Doo van and the inside looks like, did you put my luggage up there on the dirty clothes? She said, did you just put my luggage in the dirt? No, give me my bag. She said, give me my luggage and don't put it there. And he was like, what? It's not even like, and furthermore, did he have a cyst on his eyelid? Like, I was really like watching him tonight. He didn't look that great. Your photos are photoshopped furthermore, because your gray edges don't show in your pictures, but in real life you got gray edges, okay? And then on top of that,
I'm sorry. Look, I had to show you this. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where you go?
Who is that? Who is that? Oh, they put him in that.
They are taking the piss. Do you see who that is?
Yeah, Chris Brown and the model guy. Yeah.
Jabari's out of his damn mind if he think he looked that fine. He's out of his damn mind.
Jibbery.
Oh, Jibbery.
But there's Hector. He says he has that Ben eye, like Ben from the season before. Listen, that's what I thought. That's ugly. What I thought at one point, but then I realized he's got a cyst on his eyelid. You know when you get the pimple on your eyelid?
Stop. It's so nasty. His teeth bother me. I feel like Hungry Beaver. It's too big and choppy.
He's not all that, you know. He's not all that. Yet again, an average dude with a bit of money who thinks he can get a woman that looks like Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Come on. And to be fair, I don't even think Beyonce is that good looking because that's money at the end of the day.
Look how much weight Memphis lost. Girl is snatched.
Oh my God. Look at the pum-pum. She looks tight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. She looks snatched.
I want to see the scene where he kicks her out of the car. Listen, Damsel, we're waiting for that abuse, okay? Because we know that's abuse. This man said to her, if you put your hand on me again or something like that. What did he say, Ablavi? If you touch me again. Mm-hmm. Is that what he said?
I will throw you out the car.
And no, I will call you. You will have to stand on the side of the road and get an Uber home, he said. And then we saw an Uber turn up. Oh, maybe it's the way they edited it.
I think it's the way. I don't think they will have her standing out there.
That's fucked up.
That would be OD.
That was fucked up. And they edited it in a way that it makes us think that he actually called the Uber, but that could have been 2 different storylines in one, kind of edited together. But yeah. No, Bilal. What else did I have to say about Bilal? Because
let's talk. They go into the house. He should have put some paint. Listen, you don't have to take me to a man. No, sorry, you don't have to take y'all to a mansion. But I'm not going to no house that I'm worried about leaking. And like,
I'm sorry, but that house looked like it was stuck in the 1980s, like Black Panther days. Like, let's go out and protest. That, you know what I mean? Like. That was bad. That looked like a house that I see on the first 48 where they find a dead body and nobody's been living there. Do you know what I mean? That's the type of house it looked like. I don't know why. And then you have the sister who had the nerve. Furthermore, sis, you should call out your dark-skinned brother for constantly looking for these women that don't look like his mummy. Okay? Because at the end of the day, he's got some skin complex going on for always wanting to be with women that look practically white. Like, there's an issue there. Black men always do this. They're so confusing. The sister is standing there with her dark-skinned looking self, right? Yeah. And if you actually squinted, if you gave the sister the same skin color as Shaida, don't you think they had the same kind of eyebrow line and all of that? Like, don't you think there was a similarity there, even though his sister was like black and obviously the girl is not? But there was an issue there for me already. Like, a lot of black men that are dark-skinned want a very pretty, fair woman on their arm. And that to me is just wrong, because at the end of the day, your sister is a dark woman. Why aren't you more attracted to women that look more like the women that brought you up? That to me, you know what I mean? That's hating. What did we call it? Self-hate?
Yeah.
Underneath? Yeah, 100%. And he's not even that fit. Like, the way he wears, you know, some men, they will build up their 2 shoulders and that's about it. He still has a dad bod, you know, under that t-shirt. He doesn't have no 6-pack. Just because your 2 piece of shoulders look good in the t-shirt.
Listen, the bottom, skip him. Let's go back. Let's go to her. Listen, Nabs, I couldn't do it with her. I don't know how I'm gonna watch her. She was pissing me off from the moment she went on the screen. I don't know who pissed in her Cheerios and told Miss Thing that she is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Listen, you are not bad by any means of the spectrum. You are just fair skinned. I hate to break it to you. You are not bad out in these streets. You are basic and regular, just like everybody else. You don't.
And she wears good makeup. That's another thing.
I don't care about the good. There's nothing about this girl that stands out. If I was walking down the street, I would just keep on going. This girl is not striking, and you would swear by the way she acts and this stuck-up attitude.
Oh, very stuck up, don't you think? Like, I don't know if it's like, this is why Jamaican people sometimes don't like certain island people, because certain island people, they carry themselves like they just come from the Queen's boat. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? Like, what type of life were you living in Trinidad and Tobago for you to feel
wasn't living no good life like that? Because when you live a life like that, again, you don't ask for it. You expect it. When you live in a good life, you expect who you with is a good life. You don't sit there and make a complaint, because he knows if he's not up to par, he wouldn't be with you.
But did you see though how quick she tried to backtrack and say, babe, you should have told me though. You can't be mad for me. What did she say? You can't be mad at me for I forgot the
This
word.
is another bullshitter like Mahogany. Another bullshitter island person, another bullshitter from the islands that's probably broke, because her mother house looks broke. I'm sorry. It looks like plastic.
I didn't see her mom's house yet.
She looks broke. She probably has an Arab daddy who is still living over there, and probably that's one of his wives he got in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, no, 100%.
You know,
I don't think she's still with the daddy, because all we hear is about her mom.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing about her daddy. Then she's sitting here with this. I knew she was gonna be stuck up when I saw her, because when she was sitting there and she was, first of all, she was pissing me off when they just showed her and how he was like, she's real shy. No, she's stuck up. Ain't nothing shy about her. She's stuck up, and she thinks that because she's fair skinned that she can better her life, and that's fine. But Sister Soul Child, you need to calm it down. That nasty attitude she was giving, I was not here for it. I don't know who you think you are, but let me show you. I can show you better. I could tell you.
First of all, she backtracked very quickly though, because she realized that, hold on, this man can just tell you, you know, you need to go. And I think she has a feeling that he was testing her, because the way she backtracked very quickly and tried to tell him that you can't be mad for me to react.
First of all, like this is another thing I don't like.
Oh, you can't be mad for me for be Shaq. She said to be Shaq.
First of all, this is another thing, and this is another issue I have. Y'all, we're all grown here. Don't be asking me no shit. Am I going to be your ride or die? Am I going to be there if you're broke? Am I going to be there if you go through hard times? Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I don't like the way you keep talking to her about when you ain't got nothing.
It's one thing if we've been married from some years and your financial station is less, meaning that you got to dip into your savings. But I'm not about to get with a man who's 43, because this is ridiculous. 43 years old, got 2 kids, and is living in a trap house in the hood in St. Louis. It would be a no for me.
Coming to Trinidad and Tobago in his Louis Vuitton luggage.
It would be a no for me.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Because I see you're irresponsible. Because this should be your highest money making years. You're in your what do you mean rough times? Like you close to your 40s. When are you going to get it together? Like, and granted, you can lose money, right? Not to say you can't lose money, but at where we are in life right now, going down is getting a townhouse in a middle class family. Like, we're not going to the bottom, we going to the middle now. We're not doing that hard life where we out here hustling, bustling, working 18 hours a day.
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
I doubt he would ever be as broke as having to live back in his parents' house. I doubt it.
You know,
childhood home. I doubt it. I'm sure he has things in place where he made sure, his money's being made. But at the same time, I just don't
like that concept with people, especially when we grown. Listen, if we under 25,
how do I say? People that can talk to you in a calm way, but they do it in a way that gets under your skin and makes you look crazy. That's passive aggressive. I don't like that, because he sat there, looks her in the eye, and he's saying things to her like, so what if times are hard and you don't have all of this? And I'm not a child that you now have to teach about hard times and how to cut back and how you have to sacrifice sometimes. That to me is offensive in a way. So I get it.
I have a rule though with that as a woman. I have a rule with that. I will never date someplace where I can't pay all the bills by myself, just in case you are not there anymore. Whoa. And I don't understand women who like great being kept, but you should be kept at a level that you can maintain. Once you get to a certain level, like, I'm not going down. Like, no, I'm not going to be back in the hood struggling, having potholes, and once I figure out you were testing me, I'm done and I'm back on a plane in Tobago's. Like, you wasted 2 years.
No, she's wasted enough time. What? To me, he's the one with the issue, because remember what his ex said. It took him 7 years to find someone.
Because he's a dusty. He's online on these damn podcasts telling him that he's going to find a good black woman to submit to him and his bullshit and his submission.
Right. That's literally what's going on. Yeah.
And he can't find no American woman to do it because there's no good woman here. So he had to travel and get his passport out to find a good woman.
A woman that is willing to bow down and not say no. Yeah. It's funny how men always want a woman that doesn't have an opinion, but at the same time, they find it sexy if a woman's independent and has her own things. It's like very contradictory. Men still want
you to have your own ego. Well, it depends if he's traditional. See, a lot of men want women to be traditional, but they don't want men. They want women to be traditional in terms of performative, but they don't want them to be traditional in terms of reality. Because Bilal seems like the type of dusty that's going to ask.
No, because men don't want to. There's a lot of men that don't want to pay all the bills. They don't want to be the one to keep you, but at the same time, they want you to be the wife at home that's cooking and whatever. So how does it work? A woman that's making a home, has to be kept. You have to be the breadwinner and come home and I'll look after the kids, babe. But you can't want me to be a modern woman, still have your babies, but you're not bringing home a check that covers everything we need. Like, come on now.
But that's the problem. Like, everybody's looking at Leave It to Beaver and all this bullshit, but you don't, it pays to be the boss. If you want this type of submission, what they want is women that have no options and have to choose their dusty ass and have to suffer through their emotional Olympics.
Because that woman will think this is the best I can do, so I might as well just ride it out,
Dusty
right?
ass. His ass was so dusty. He needs to go to a therapist's office and figure out what emotional trauma he has. And her ass needs to go to a therapist to fix that damn attitude. Because she had me hot this episode with her nasty attitude. Listen, the house was unsuitable. And at 37, I'm not doing it. But at a certain age, like, I can't be playing no more. Like, listen, it was nice to meet you. Sadly, I cannot further this process because I cannot have these living conditions. I am too old to be going through this. So if I need to go and get a job at a local McDonald's, I will do that. I'm not living like this. If I got to work 18 hours and start from the bottom and make my own money, I will do that without you. But I'm not going to have a man here who's capable body and he got a business and sitting here struggling. We're not doing that. Nope.
Well, she did say that, what did she say? She did say that what was it? Oh, God. No, I've lost my thoughts again. She did say, oh, God. What was I going to say?
She was materialistic. She was saying, oh, I thought he had this and that, and I thought he had a nice big house.
Well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, he's the one that proposed after 7 days, wasn't it? 7 days? No. What did he say? Yes, 7 days. So what do you expect? And I mean, and she clearly likes to get engaged because, listen, let's be real. She doesn't have a problem attracting men. That's why she's probably been engaged twice already. But at the same time, yeah, I think she's a little bit crazy. We need to find out and see in the next 3-4 episodes how her and Bilal get on, because I don't think it's going to be good. I think she's too opinionated for him. He really wants a pretty looking woman that shut up and put up, basically, and allow him to be the man that he wants to be and rule the household. But I think she's too opinionated. She's too independent, too opinionated. And him saying, oh, she's shy and whatever, that's all well and fine. But listen, brother, right? Yeah, she basically managed to woo you in 7 days, to give her a ring, and made you feel like you're the best thing that ever happened. She's the best thing that ever happened to you. So how much really groveling and wooing did she have to do for him to feel like, wow, this woman really wants me? Because clearly she makes men. This is not the first man that went to Trinidad and Tobago for her. Let's be real. We may not have seen it on TV, but I can imagine she can attract a man that's going to want to come and visit her. That's probably how she got engaged twice before. I bet you they were with foreign people as well. I bet you it wasn't with a Trinidadian that wants to stay on the island.
There's nothing wrong with women having an ambition, and there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting to marry to better her lifestyle and live in what she seems as a more prosperous country. Right. The issue is when you have an entitlement to something you were not born into and something you are not deserving simply because of the fairness in your sin and the way your hair curls.
We haven't seen her hair.
I just have a feeling I feel like what her hair looks like. I feel like that colorist is going to look. You saw the ex-wife's hair. Come on.
Well, I thought the ex-wife. I mean, I don't know what she looks like with makeup on, but just because she was fair, it doesn't mean she was gorgeous. She had very small eyes and that pointy kind of.
But you saw the hair because the hair was coming out of the thing.
Yeah, she had like soft hair, maybe.
Her hair was almost straight.
2C, that wavy.
Exactly. You know this colorist man got another girl with 2C hair. Come on, Nabs. Come on. Don't play. Honey, if your hair is 3 or higher, if your hair can stick, a comb can stay in it, it's not for him. Come on. He's probably mad that his children didn't look more like their mother and they look like him, but that's a whole nother story. You ready to go, Nabs? Hello? know that. You know when he saw those kids with that fair woman he got, he thought they would be curly. They look like Kalani or one of those children. And his children look black. I'm sure the X is mixed with something too. Ain't no shame in being mixed, right? But these colorist men kill me with this bullshit. They be like, oh, and as black as he is, honey. And I'm willing to bet you he ain't never dated a dark-skinned woman. But he'll have 1,000,001 complaints about why he don't. Yeah. Jabari gives me the same, Jibbery. He gives me colorist vibes too. I feel like Jibbery enjoys being with that Serbian girl because that Serbian girl, because I think he's a low-key pookie, makes him feel like a black man. And what I mean by that, like she makes him feel like he's like the black man he see on TV. Like I feel like she makes him, feel like he's one of the like thug light, like he's like a Tupac. I feel like that Miona makes Jibbery feel like Tupac. Because he's always been a lame. And, he had that Serbian best friend who was getting all the women. Even though he said that he dated his Serbian his friend's sister. But he's always been a lame. A.k.a. the educated lame. Dusty ass. Who else do we have? I think that's it. I would like Nabs to come back so she can end her live. But while we're here, I'm excited to see the two new couples. I'm excited to see what's their names? Thaia and whoever she's with, the girl from Brazil. The basic girl from Brazil, like he's like, she's the hottest girl ever, and I've never dated a girl this hot. And it's like, bro, you've been married before and you live with your brother. Like, if you're living with somebody, I feel like you shouldn't be on this show. Like, if you can't bring this person to America without having a roommate, I feel like you shouldn't be on this show. Because update, yeah, she went after a black because he's like edgy. She thinks she's going to be akin to Kanye. Bimmy and Ari, I don't want to see them. I'm tired of seeing Ari. I don't understand how he could have, he's another colorist, how he left that fine Ethiopian woman, and we see the two women he's with. They give you soccer mom tea. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but it is what it is. LOL, his brother seems like such a loser. Yes. His brother's sitting there barking and farting, and this girl's coming to the house. I don't understand that. Like, if you have a roommate, you can't have a wife. Why are you having a wife? I have no idea. But, speaking of an update, you remember Akimi and Ben? Remember from Kenya? He seemed like the type that never dates and wonders why. That guy reminds me of the Mexican girl and the guy from Chicago. He married her when she was like 18. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, what's her name? Fernanda, and she was in the Single Life. Fernanda and, oh, my God. The Mexican girl, she was like 19. Hold on. Fernanda.
Sorry, Wi-Fi.
Oh, we were talking. I was just updating them. Fernanda. What was that couple called? Fernanda and Jonathan. Jonathan left Fernanda, and he has a baby with another guy. And then Fernanda is dating a struggle boxer in Miami who's who she living with, and she's modeling. Do you remember Akimi and
No, I would have never forgotten that name. No,
that's the one from Kenya. Remember the girl from Kenya and the white guy, and her father was like, "You marrying a white."
No, I didn't. That would have been so funny to watch. No, I don't know.
She's the only African girl I've ever seen on this show. Have you noticed that? They never get an African girl on this show.
No, because you're not doing that to your family. It's not. You're not just carrying your face. It's your family. I mean, I'm surprised that Michael was on it as long as he was. But again, that was for the mission as well. He sacrificed for the mission. So.
Well, Akimi and Ben have broken up. Listen, this. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Damsel said they're trying to have a baby.
Really? he is so dusty. She sat there and got with him. He has a roommate in, I don't know, I think it was like Michigan. It was in the middle of nowhere.
Like that, I don't like that, when grown men have roommates. I never understood that. Can you not afford your own place? Do you not want your own space? Like, I don't get it about I have a roommate and I'm a grown ass man. No, just no.
Well, they're doing well on YouTube. They have a YouTube page. They have 105 subscribers, but she was ridiculous.
They 105,000 or just
105,000.
Okay.
They had something saying we were separating, and then now they're getting back together. But she was ridiculous. She got with this man. Yes, I think he was living in the pastor's house. Yes, Nabs.
Go on. She got with this man. Yeah.
Broke.
Where did she
Nabs.
find him?
He is broke, and he has a child, right?
Yeah.
She gets with him. Her father is the local chief, honey. You know they have dowry, right? She said, he goes,
my God, her daddy is the local chief, and she decided to bring home a white man?
I don't know where she met this white man. He was the chief and the pastor. Like, he's everything. So they go and they ask, what is the dowry price? And she's like, you have to tell anything my father wants. Honey, the father didn't give a price. He just says, you will give me a payment every month, and when you are done, I will tell you. I about fell out.
Are you serious? The daddy said this is a business transaction.
Yes, I don't know how much. And he's divorced with a son. Yes, this shit was crazy. He was divorced with a son, and he got mad because she got drunk. And he was like, I don't know if I could marry you because you got drunk and I didn't like how you act. And she was just a little tipsy and giggly. And she's like, he's like, I can't have that around my child. And then she was a virgin, so they had the tribal marriage, and then they had sex, and then she didn't take Jasmine's notes. I want your meat. She said it was okay. That girl knows she been getting dick down and didn't like that white man. I could just imagine, because he was like a Mike, musty, ugly, rolly body.
No, thank you.
And then they did the quarantine. So they went to the quarantine, and she was sitting there in Kenya living hard, baby. That shit was awful. That was the only African woman I've seen get married on that show.
Maybe I should, I might have to check it out.
I don't think I've seen any others. Have you seen like any of the women being African?
No. Where was that brown woman from? Lisa. Was she American?
Lisa, who's her
Lisa.
Man?
Not Lisa. The one who had the strong nose and she had that side funky haircut, but she was brown.
My God, this is not coming to me.
I can't remember who she was with, but I'm sure there was a woman that was brown.
I don't know, because the brown ones, the black girl, we didn't have a black girl until Brittany.
Oh, really?
Actually, no, we had one season.
What do you mean, Brittany? Brittany was Love After Lockup. Which Brittany?
No, Brittany and Yazan.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I keep forgetting about
And then, but I don't think we've had on 90 Day. We had one. We had this big, this robust black woman who was with this African guy from China, and she was slapping him in the middle of the street. I don't know what the couple's name was, but I remember I saw the clip and thought it was hilarious.
Woman, She says a robust black woman.
It was a robust black woman, and she was with I don't know where this man was. He was crusty and dusty, and I think he was teaching English or something in China, and they was going at it in the street, and she was hitting him, and she has some heat on her.
African, yes.
No, she was African American, and he was African, and she was like, "I'm getting me," and this is like her third husband. Homegirl was living.
What, she was throwing it down on him?
She was like, the man was like trying to get her back and wanted to get married and all that. I was like, but Ben had a little bit of, he liked a little bit of the black girls because his ex was black because his child was biracial.
Oh, okay.
And he was dusty.
Some women like to be bullied by their women. Some men.
Yeah, the woman was crazy. She was like, She was popping him like in the street in China.
Yeah. Was he Chinese? Oh, how
no, he was black. And this woman was robot. She was like the Ella, well, a little bit less than Ella, but like in the variety.
Yeah, because the ones you mean that have the big man shoulders and then the square body that just look like a brick or a fridge.
Yes. You're so fucked up. Yes. Yes. You missed all the good ones. You missed the good ones where the family would be like, I remember there was this Asian girl and the white mother was so racist. The white mother was like, get her out of my house, and was going off. They had to go beep, beep, beep. My favorite though was Nicole and Azan. Oh my gosh, that was my favorite one. I missed them so much. Oh, this is the one. This is the black woman with the night with the African.
Is that the one that was in Morocco?
No, this was the one. Yeah, that was
not her. You mean Nicole? Yeah.
But these are the two. There was the one that was. She was the only black girl I think I've seen on it.
I don't remember them. I've never seen her before.
Oh no, they were way back in the day. I think they might have been on like the second or third season.
Damsel says she remembers them. He lied about having a wife, but she married him anyway.
He lied about having a wife, and she was fighting him in the street in China.
Damsel says, do you remember the girl from South Africa and the white guy with the razor?
Yes!
That might be... Who is she? Say her name.
No. She's mixed race.
Oh.
What is her name? Hold on, I have the picture of her. Listen, that woman had no self-esteem. The white parents were talking about how she was just... They was ODing on her. Her name was Danny and Amy. Yeah, this is them.
Well, I don't remember them. There's been a lot of seasons, you know. We're on.
No, this one they was ODing. His father was like, "You're disgracing our family with your mixed race." Like he was going full KKK on 90 Days, and I was like, he was out of order. He didn't believe in mixed race, and he was dragging this girl. Had no self-esteem. Poor thing. But she was raised in apartheid South Africa, so I guess if you can deal with that, you can deal with anything.
I suppose so, yeah.
But she was dragging. You don't remember? Oh my God. You miss all the confusion. This is another one. This was a broke ass man too. Josh and Akia. His broke ass went to the Philippines and got her and was sitting there living with a roommate in Vegas. Dusty. I can't believe you haven't seen all of these. So you didn't watch 90 Days before.
No, what did you say? He went to the Philippines and what? You kind of started like this.
Oh, the Philippines. He went to the Philippines to get her, right? But the problem is she was an old chick too. She was like in her late 30s. And I think she was like 36 and he was like maybe 32 or whatever. And he was living with his roommate in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Dusty ass man. But that's how it used to be. They used to come home with their roommates. Remember these two? Dusty ass. Remember they got fired.
Oh, did they?
They got fired because
I've seen her face. I've seen her face. I think I've seen her before. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. The good old days. Oh God. I used to love this crazy show. Let's hope this season. Oh, did you see Tiffany with Ronald? I heard she lost a ton of weight. Remember when she was with this South African Dusty? I think we reviewed this. Remember he spent all that money on food and she had to swipe her card in South Africa because he was too broke?
No, I don't remember them.
No, you know this couple.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I heard she lost a lot of weight.
You know what? I'm not having.
I heard she lost 100 pounds.
Baby. Tiffany had surgery, but she was pretty again. Like she was gorgeous. Like she's really pretty.
No, but if you see her now, Tiffany done got bad on the girls. Let's see.
I can imagine because she's really pretty. It's the same with Asuelu's wife. Like, she's
but
gorgeous.
You could tell she
Her
had a
face-
good body underneath. Like,
You reckon?
yeah, because you could tell by how her body was
Let's see.
shaped. She didn't have a lot in the midsection. Her weight was mostly in her boobs and her butt.
breasts and that. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she wasn't like, the girls. Now, she's not skinny, but oh yeah, that's right. Wasn't she Puerto Rican? Because I used to be dragging y'all about y'all girl. Was she Puerto Rican? Who was
Remember,
she?
her daddy, we met her daddy. Her mom certainly wasn't, but her daddy was, because the daddy was the one who was going to apply for the boy who was going to co-sign the application, remember? But the daddy looked Mexican or something, some sort of Latino. Oh, she's half, yeah.
Look at Hector. Not wanting us to group him with his people.
Yeah. She looks cute, but really different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She
no,
looks
go
good.
down. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
She looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
She looks really good.
Yeah, look at her. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she looks gorgeous.
Yeah, we knew she
pretty.
had it in her. We knew she had it in her.
Yes.
Because Kalani would be cute too.
100%.
But she's cute at her size. I would say Kalani is like
Kalani. Yeah, you know what? A lot of the time, when women like Kalani lose weight, they look worse.
You're taking the piss. Let's go, because we've been on here 2 hours. So tomorrow, guys, we're gonna do at my show. We're gonna do
pressure on her.
Oh, go ahead, Nabia. She did look good beforehand, but she looks fabulous now, honey. Fabulous. I've been like drinking water. It's been pissing me off. I gotta drink a gallon a day. Pissing me off. Because see this? I gotta let that go. Because I was looking at myself in the bikini. Now, I would show y'all, but, I don't wear bikinis that have much much there. But I gotta get it, tight. She looks brand new. She looks fantastic, honey. And she didn't lose that much. I think it said like she lost like 30 or 40 pounds. She looks incredible. Incredible. Like, I need to get there. I need to get it. Nabs is killing me with this. So, I mean, I've lost it, but, I need to get it. I need to really, stop bullshitting. Stop bullshitting. I'm trying to get a gallon of water too. Yeah, this gallon thing, I know it's like 9:00 and I'm still 40 ounces. Like, and I be peeing all day. I be having to run off the train with this shit. Oh. Go ahead, Naps.
Yeah. Here I am talking to myself, thinking it was your connection. They're always doing some sort of maintenance fucking in the middle of the night. It's really annoying. But yeah.
Anyways, guys. So, I'm going live tomorrow. We're doing, somebody left a comment about race, and I feel like we should talk about it. I just jug a cup of water every couple hours. I'm gonna do the ultimatum tomorrow, and I think Thursday, sometime this week, I'm doing the ultimatum and the Playboy Cup. We got to get those 2 out. Also, I saw Love After Lockup. Oh, God.
Yeah. You see how Indy was crying? Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. After you've got somebody that came out for you. You got a whole daughter, you dumb bit. Like, shut up. Talking about he didn't make you do anything. You took your daughter cross country for nothing. Now you've got to explain to your child why the fuck this man is not in her life anymore that she was calling Papi Daddy. Like, just ridiculous.
Daddy?
No, not Pappy. Not Pappy. That's not what a child says. Puppy Daddy. Okay.
We might do a hotel, Snaps. I might do a hotel soon.
Hotel, Love After Lockup. We can do it all.
Because I'm not going out this weekend. I got to do my hair. I'm doing some jungle braids. Wish me luck. but I'm gonna be purple again because I'm tired of being blonde.
Oh my. Oh, this is annoying now. Let's wrap it up now. But yeah, we'll catch you guys soon again. What was that about? I saw that. Yeah. What was that? So ridiculous. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thanks for joining for the casual conversation and review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks, ladies, for all your support. Sama, Nelly, Andrea, Damsel, as per usual, Hector. All our usual crew was here, so thanks for that, guys. Appreciate your support. Any new subscribers, like, share, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and lives and stuff. And yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Just hit that notification bell because we go live when there's things to talk about sometimes. So just make sure you click that notification bell, and then you'll always notified when we go live. So yeah, anyway, see you guys later. Stay hydrated and drink your gun here and look after yourselves. Bye.
Bye.